Namaste, Jai Bharat. In international relations, which we call it as geopolitics of late, the relations are always instrumental. They have to be instrumental. There can't be any intrinsic relations. And there's no relation which is permanent. Everything is instrumental in the sense point oriented, result oriented, program oriented. When you say that we have decently good relations with China, America, etc., but the exceptions are again degrees of dependability is more, not unconditional dependability. That's between Russia, Israel, etc., with us. Large, high degree of dependability, but then degrees, not total, quite not possible. And relations with China is always touchy in the sense temporary. They also don't want to antagonize us, we also don't want to antagonize us. China's habit is that they don't go for a war, explicit war. And another thing is, one of the most profit-making businesses is arms business, arms dealing. Nations produce arms and ammunitions, and that thing fetches a lot of profit to our nations. So there are arms delays. The best, I think, the biggest arms seller is none other than US, America. They make the weapons and they market it and they sell it. China also does it. Russia also does the same thing. Slowly, with the recent government, with the Atma Nirbharta of Bharat, we also started gradually entering into such arms deal. Some of our missiles became popular, and there were clients who wanted to buy it from us, etc., etc. So some weapons of some degree we also start selling to nations like Armenia, etc. There is always double interest. There is political interest apart from this trading, but there are in some cases not always political, partially political, but largely it's a business. So to Vietnam, I think it is BrahMos, a version of BrahMos. There's an agreement recently that they wanted to buy from us. Malaysia wanted to buy from us because our weapons are not that expensive as compared to America, because their cost of production is much more. We may make better quality equipment, but our cost of production is relatively less, much less. So when we had talked to the Chinese officials, ministers, one thing casually, of course it's not a deal, it's nothing in record, is that you don't interfere in our matters when we buy or sell things like that. And they agreed. But then when Vietnam is trying to buy BrahMos, China is expressing their concern. That goes against what they promised us, that we will not intervene. And China is uncomfortable that we are selling our weapons to Asian nations of late. Very, very uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean that they are going to do something. That doesn't mean that we are going to fight. But then that uncomfort is there. They do the same thing. They give everything to Pakistan and also against us. Nonetheless, our relation continues. So this is a funny aspect of geopolitics. And selling weapons fetches us profit. Why not to go for that? We make it, and if somebody is there to buy, we will sell. That's it. So China has officially expressed their concern of we selling some of our weapons to Vietnam, and now likely to Malaysia, likely to somebody else in this region. So they are not very comfortable with that. Can't help it, because You live and let others also live. Live and let live. We also do the same thing. When we are able to do it, we also do the same thing as all others do. We shall meet. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.